What's going on, nation? It's Amanda. Today's little ramble is about how to filter out the noise when it comes to critiques and advice in your programming. I don't know how many of you out there have access to your own strength coach or somebody to design your programming for you. I am so fortunate to have several people in my life around me that help me, but I have a tremendous strength coach. I have a wonderful friend that I train with on a regular basis who is a former strongman and who I throw with. And I also have a world-class power lifter in my gym, 5 days a week. So I have access to some great people. But not everybody has that. So what do you do when here you are, you want to do this, I want to pick this weight up, but how do I get there because it's just too damn heavy? So you start seeking out information. You start looking to people online. You start looking at YouTube. And then you start trying to figure out, well, who's the most reputable person? How do I know who to even listen to? That's really going to be up to you. My best advice on that is follow the numbers. Numbers speak for themselves. There are a lot of people out there who talk a lot of stuff, but unless they have something on a record somewhere, it's kind of hard to take them seriously. I know that I'm not going to, endorse any one particular training method. I think there are lots of good ones out there, and that's on you to figure out who you want to listen to. What I'm telling you to do is once you've made that choice, once you've decided, okay, this is who I'm going to allow coach me, I'm going to invest my time in what they've given me because they've invested their time in me, and then that's when I'm going to say to you, focus on what they've told you to do. Let me give you an example. A few weeks ago, I posted a video on Facebook of me doing a 425 deadlift. It was a personal record for me. I am not a power lifter, so for me to go in there and just deadlift 425 on a whim one day was pretty darn cool, and I was excited about it. Was my form that of a perfect power lifter? No, it wasn't. But the lift itself would have gotten 3 white lights in any federation. It was a good lift. Now, I got picked apart for it by people who watched the video. Now, mind you, yes, the weight did get a little out in front of me in the beginning. I'll be the first to admit that. But overall, it wasn't a bad lift. It wasn't. And I don't even train that way. So, I thought it was kind of humorous, all this, feedback I got. Because if I actually put some time into this, I think I'd have a 500-pound deadlift before May, and I'm aiming for one for May. So, that being said, though, I got all kinds of feedback. Well, you need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to do this. And, at some point, I just finally had to just be like, oh my gosh, I can't even read this anymore. And it's not that I'm not grateful that I have people out there who take an interest in what I do. I don't want this to come off as I'm a bitch and I don't need to listen to anybody else. What I do have, though, is like I said, I have a very good and talented coach. Now, he himself, back in the 90s, in 1994, the man squatted 840 pounds wearing a wrestling singlet and cotton wraps. The dude is strong. It's on the books. The man is strong. So if he tells me, you know what, it wasn't the prettiest thing I've ever seen, but it certainly wasn't the worst. He's like, and, if it ain't broke, let's not fix it. There's a couple of things we're going to tweak, but that's the way he trains. If it's not broke, let's not fix it. He doesn't overcomplicate things. We're not reinventing the wheel. Nobody's curing cancer. We're just lifting weights. That's all we're doing. And I think when we get too many ideas involved, that's when your numbers are going to break down. That's when things are going to start looking bad. And you're going to be like, well, hell, I can't even get this weight anymore, and I got it 4 weeks ago with piss poor form. And it's like, well, maybe your form wasn't piss poor 4 weeks ago. Did you ever think about that? Maybe some of these guys that are telling you what they did in high school in a pair of Converse shoes, and how good they were when they were on the high school football team, maybe they're not the ones you need to be listening to. Maybe you need to be listening to those that you've asked to program for you. Maybe you need, even if you haven't asked somebody to program for you, but yet you're following a method similar to what those guys are doing, maybe you need to stick to that method. Because things work for a reason. And to me, I just have to know what to listen to and what not to. Because, like I said, anybody with a keyboard, they're an expert. Anyone who has ever held a barbell in their hand, they're an expert. You're going to find that everywhere you go. You just got to know what to listen to and what not to listen to. There are so many great coaches out there, and I feel like if, as a coach, I take the time to program for you and invest in you, then you owe it to me and you owe it to yourself to at least follow what I've given you. Now, if you don't like what I've done, if, after, 3-4 months, you're just not seeing what you want to see, then come back to me and be like, Manda, you suck. Or whoever you go to. Manda, you suck. I'm going to somebody else. But if you try it my way and then you keep bringing in other elements and you're still not getting the results you want, don't go back and blame, well, it's my programming, it's my coach, it's this, and this. No, it's you, because you don't know what to listen to. You don't know what to filter out. And there's a lot of noise out there. So do yourselves a favor. Listen to your coach. Listen to your bodies. And just get in there and lift the damn weight. That's really all you got to do. It's not rocket science. All right, kiddos. I'm going to eat. Go to the gym. Hope you all have a great day.